everybody. I am Haley Gray, and I'm the founder of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. I hope that you are having a phenomenal week so far. So, one of the things I was talking about recently is the power of consistency in your business. And that is absolutely true. Here's another thing that is going to absolutely revolutionize your business and your marketing, and it's actually going to enable you to be super duper consistent. Give me a like, follow me, share this if you like. I hope that this tip helps for you. The tip that I have for you is planning. Now, I was talking to somebody today and they were like, oh my gosh, this sounds like a ton of work. It sounds like it is so difficult. Because the piece of advice I was sharing with somebody was, hey, schedule your workshops out for the next 6 to 12 months. Make sure that you know when you're going to be doing all of your workshops. You can figure out when you're going to go on vacation, or you can block times that you have available for vacation and give yourself some downtime so that you're not working 24/7. First thing that you do is you put time in there for your needs, your physical needs, your spiritual needs, your family needs, and then you schedule the things in for your business. Now, here's one of the really cool things. If you're like me, I do workshops every single month almost in my business. I do a ton of challenges. I do summits, I do partnerships, and I do a bunch of things. One of the things that to me really sets real business owners apart from the wannabes, from the people who are struggling with their revenue and who are having trouble with staying on top of things is planning. Planning is not a dirty word, y'all. Planning is one of the best things that you can do for your business. Now, stick with me for a minute. Plan out when you're going to do your workshops, when you're going to be teaching courses. Do it for the next 3 to 6 months, because if you invite somebody to the next workshop and they can't come, what happens? You invite them to the following workshop. Easy peasy. It also gets easier to create landing pages, signups. It gets easier to create all your promo, because guess what? If you have a calendar that you're going by, you can hand it to your VA or you can do it yourself. And you can just click through all of the promo and all of the emails, and you can hand it to your team and be done and get it set, and you can basically forget about it. There is nothing saying that your life is stuck in stone if you do planning. But I will guarantee you that the thing that will happen if you do not plan is that nothing will happen. And then your business continues. The thing that I see for most businesses that are trying to aggressively grow is planning. Knowing when you're doing things. If you're going to be doing retreats, you need to be planning those 18 months to 2 years out. I'm doing a retreat next year on branding. I am doing a branding cruise and mastermind next year. I announced that thing a few months ago, and I'm starting to promote now, and I will completely fill all of my seats that are available by January, 10 months ahead of the cruise. And the reason that I do that is so that people can plan to attend, so that I can plan the schedule, so that I can help everybody get all of the outfits they need. We can go through all of their current brand strategy. We can figure out what their goals are. We can line everything up. And guess what? This is how bigger businesses do things. They don't fly by the seat of their pants. And I'm talking bigger businesses, 10, 20, 30 million businesses, $30 million a year businesses, mostly have to plan things further out. So one of the things that you can take from those bigger businesses is pre-planning. It will take so many things off of your plate, because you're not going to be running around at the last minute with your hair on fire, wondering what you're going to do next, wondering why the email is not scheduled to go out, wondering why this isn't done, wondering why that isn't done, wondering why the other isn't done. And y'all, I cannot tell you how many summits I have seen really, really, really struggle with getting enrollments, really, really struggle with getting registrations. Do you know why? Lack of planning. The whole point with a summit is you have to give all of the information to your speakers, right? Well, they need to know that they're going to be speaking. They need to have time on their calendar so that they can plan to be doing things. So if you don't plan it, if you don't get your stuff in gear, they can't get their stuff in gear. And yet, I have worked on summits where we were getting the last speakers lined up the day before the summit started. Guess what? There weren't a ton of signups because the promo was half-assed, half done. The speakers weren't supported. Now imagine instead a world where you pre-plan what you're doing. You maybe do fewer things. And that's part of the joy of pre-planning because you're figuring out what you're going to do and you're figuring out when you're going to do it. Right? When am I going on vacation? Well, I'm going to take the month of July off because the month of July is typically a slow month in my business. Amazing. Save up for that. Plan to take the month of July off. That way you're not doing a launch in the middle of July. If December is your slow month, well, maybe your month of December is planning for other things and taking time with family. For me, it's my birthday month. And I throw Tamale Fest every year on the weekend that's pretty much closest to my birthday. So that means I'm going to be spending 2 days doing stuff. So what do I know? I know that December tends to be really busy. So I know to be careful about what I'm promoting and how I'm promoting it. And I know that I'm going to be taking off 2 or 3 days around my birthday. And I know what the Tamale Fest is for this year. It's December 2nd. And I know that I'm going to be cooking tamales for 3 days before my birthday. That's just a Haley quirk. So what do? We plan, we pre-plan, we know what things are going on in our lives, what things we have. We know when our children's birthdays are, when our spouse's birthdays are, when our anniversary is. If you want to take that international trip, you pre-plan that, right? It helps you figure out your payments. Well, your marketing and your business also benefit from that planning. It is what separates the real business owners from the wannabes. Now, I understand that a lot of people got into entrepreneurship because they don't want to be bound by things. Here's the thing. You can always, always, always change your plans later. But if you do not have a plan for your marketing and knowing what you're going to promote and when you're going to promote it, you have a plan to fail. You have a plan to not grow your business. And I can guarantee you that that is exactly what's going to happen. So for me, one of the things that I have done and I have committed to is that I'm going to be on here doing these lives regularly, most nights of the week, between now and the end of the year. So what did I do? I put them on my schedule. And I know very well which days I'm not going to be here. And that's okay. I've already planned it. And it becomes a lot less stressful to just show up and do the things. And here's the thing, if you're running a summit or you're doing an event and you pre-plan it, you're not pushing everything at the last minute. So you're not completely exhausted when the event happens. That means you have more energy to put into the event. You have more energy to do your thing because you planned your down times and your up times. And guess what? Your sales are actually going to improve because you're going to have the time to do the follow-ups after the event. You're going to have time to do the calls after the event. You're going to have the energy to actually do the things because most of us don't have 500 people on our teams or we wouldn't be here in Women's Entrepreneur Network. Most of us have very small, either solo businesses or very small teams. So the faster you can plan and sit down and batch your content out and do the things, the better your business is going to do. And here's the cool thing about planning. Planning means that you can appear to be consistent, even if you're not feeling it. So for instance, if I was going to go on a cruise in November, I could plan all of my lives for the time I'm gone And I can pre-schedule those to go into the group and all of the videos to happen while I'm gone. So I can be off somewhere in the Caribbean enjoying a margarita. And you don't even have to know that I'm gone. And that is a very, very cool thing. I don't have to stress about the fact that I'm gone and nothing is happening in my group because I pre plan those things, because I already know what I'm promoting and when I'm going to promote it. So I hope that this tip helps you in your business. And I will tell you that every single larger business that I know does a ton of pre planning. A lot of my clients that have larger businesses, we already started planning for Christmas in June. And a lot of these businesses, their biggest times of the year are October to December, and you can't mess that up. And the biggest, most important thing is pre planning that and being ready with all of the promotion, being ready with all of the marketing and the messaging well before it ever happens, and rolling it out in the most appropriate manner and letting it just rip. And that will absolutely make a huge difference to your business and help you grow as well. I hope that this helps. I'm Haley Graham, the founder of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. Check out the website, women'sentrepreneurnetwork.org. Book a call with me. Let's chat. Let's see if I can help you maybe grow your business just a little bit. Have a great night. I'll see you.